Hello, it's Bridget coming at you live from my bedroom because it's the only place I get peace and quiet. So I am just recording this video to tell you a little bit about me. I am 27. I've been married for 7 years to my wonderful spouse. His name is Tayson. We met when we were in high school. We worked together at a pool. I cannot swim. He was a lifeguard and I worked at the little snack shack where I would make all of the treats for people while they were swimming at the pool. And my husband Tayson was a swimmer, so he ate like nobody's business. So he would come to the snack shack all the time and ask for all the leftover food. So that's kind of the first time that we met each other, was at our job when we were in high school. We went on a couple of dates when we were in high school, but we're mostly just friends. Neither of us were really interested in dating in any kind of serious way, so we reconnected in adulthood, which was awesome, obviously, because we got married. So after I graduated high school, I decided I wasn't quite ready to jump right into more schooling and go to college, so I decided to become a nanny. And about 10 days after I graduated, my new employer flew me across the country to New Jersey, where I nannied for a family of 2 children. At the time, they were 15 and 13, and it was the best thing ever. I loved it so much. They were a little bit older, so it wasn't like babysitting. So a lot of what I did was kind of like help with homework and kind of being, a taxi, taking them to and from school and games and practices and tests and all kinds of things. And then I also cooked and cleaned and did laundry, did grocery shopping. And it was so awesome. It was so much fun. I got to meet the coolest people. I got to be in New York City and Manhattan every weekend and explore the city and just kind of figure out how to do life on my own as an adult, as much as an 18-year-old is an adult. But I loved it. It was just the best. I love the East Coast. I would love to live there someday. I think it's so stunning, so beautiful, so green. So anyway, I did that for just over a year, and it was awesome. And while I was there at the end, I decided that I wanted to serve a mission for my church, teaching my religion. And I was called to serve in Peru. So I flew home so that I could get prepared to serve my mission, which was a lot of things. The preparation was a lot. And I eventually left to what they call a missionary training center. And my missionary training center was located in Mexico City. And while I was at my missionary training center, my mental health just kind of tanked. I have OCD and anxiety, and being in a foreign country surrounded by like hundreds of people that I'd never met before and no friends or family members just was a little bit too much for me, and I just cracked just a little bit. So they eventually decided to send me home so that I could work with some mental health professionals and kind of get myself back on track. So I came home, and it was in that period of time between like trying to figure out what to do with my life and coming home from that mission where my husband and I reconnected. So it was wonderful. We didn't date for a super long time. We kind of felt like we already knew each other, after, meeting many years prior. So we were married in September of 2015, and it was wonderful. We waited a while. My husband kind of hopped through multiple different options for what he wanted to do for a career. So we waited for a bit before we had any kids, about 4 years. We now have 2 girls. They're just the best thing in the whole world. Thea is our oldest, and she is 3.5, and Iris is our youngest, and she's 18 months, so they're almost exactly 2 years apart. They're both April babies, and they are the best thing in the whole world. Being a mom has kind of been a whirlwind for me. I knew from a very early age that I didn't really feel like I fit in the generic box of like what a mother would be, what a nurturer would be. I never was like the kid that pretended to play house and be a mom and play with baby dolls. It was never really what I enjoyed. I never did like babysitting for my neighbors or any of those things. I just didn't really enjoy it like the other girls in my area seemed to. So I was really, really nervous to be a mom and to have kids because it just didn't feel like it was something that I innately knew how to do, like all these other women seem to. So it caused me a lot of fear and anxiety for a while. And I have found that being okay with knowing that maybe being a stay-at-home mom isn't good for everyone has been really extremely helpful for me. And so I have decided that I like working. And we found situations in our life that works well for us. We currently have a nanny that we just love to pieces. That is so, so good for us and so, so good for our girls. And so that's kind of how we make life work right now. And we love it. It's so good for everybody. Honestly, the best possible scenario. I'm not a great stay-at-home mom, but I'm a fantastic working mother. So that's kind of how we work it out now. And I'm really confident about that. I feel really good about that choice. Anyway, so that's just kind of a little bit about our life. Our fun life as a family of 4. It is just the best thing in the whole world. We are the luckiest parents. We have the best children. They really are just the joy of my life. They make me laugh and cry every day. So anyway, that's it for me. Thanks so much. Have a great night.